viewers, you're watching Afghanistan Report and I'm your host Swati Kundra. The main stories are: Indian aid worker kidnapped in Afghanistan released. ISIS releases video of Afghan refugee who attacked train passengers in Germany. New Delhi hosts Made in Afghanistan conference to boost bilateral trade. An Indian woman working for an international aid group who was kidnapped in Kabul has been released unharmed after over a month. Her family in Kolkata expressed gratitude to the Indian government for rescuing her safely.
Judith D'Souza, an Indian woman kidnapped from Kabul in Afghanistan, has landed in India after being rescued. 40-year-old Judith, who works for Aga Khan Foundation, an international NGO, as a senior technical advisor, was kidnapped on June 9 by suspected terrorists right outside her office in the heart of Kabul. Judith's family also heaved a sigh of relief as they learned of her safe arrival.
We are very grateful to the government of India and especially to Ma'am Swaraj for bringing my sister back safely. And also I am asking all of you to please respect our privacy.
Kolkata-based Judith was in Kabul for over a year on a second stint in the Afghan capital.
Moving on, a conference and exhibition to promote Afghan products and boost trade relations between India and Afghanistan was recently held in New Delhi. We have a report.
Made in Afghanistan, Harnessing the Economic Potential was the theme of a two-day-long event held in New Delhi to strengthen India-Afghan relations in terms of trade, commerce and investment opportunities. The delegates from Afghanistan also appreciated the way India helps Afghanistan in uncertain conditions.
It's a conference designed to bring Afghan entrepreneurs in businesses to connect with their Indian counterparts in India, with the Indian businesses, wholesale and retail markets, especially in agriculture sector, to introduce them Afghan products and to forge relationships, business partnerships and business-to-business initiatives in India. Our investment support agency has identified 6 critical sectors that can have great potential for investment in Afghanistan, which includes agriculture, because 70 to 80% of our rural people are engaged in agriculture sector, and it provides income for almost 80% of the population. We have the mining sector. Afghanistan has almost $1 trillion of mineral wealth and resources which are untapped, and that's a sector which could be further developed in construction sector, education, health. Afghanistan almost spends, people in Afghanistan spend more than $300 million on health issues abroad, so there's a lot of opportunity for investment in health sector in Afghanistan, in logistics and supply chain development.
A memorandum of understanding was also signed between FICCI and FLO with Afghanistan Women Business Federation during the event.
کمک‌های هندوستان همیشه بر افغانستان مفید بوده، برای اینکه جنبه کمک بنیادی داره در افغانستان. از این لحاظ بسیار با اهمیت است و توقعات مردم افغانستان هم همی است که فعلا چون ما به نمایندگی از زن هستیم که در بخش حمایت از ارگان‌های زنای افغانستان باید اینا همراه ما همکار خوب باشه.
Traders from Afghanistan also exhibited their products in the exhibition, which was sponsored by Indian government. The traders were very positive in terms of trade relations between the two nations and hope to get better promotion of their products in Indian market, as it will have great impact on their economy.
I hope if India can make more conferences and exhibitions in India and in Afghanistan, and it will make more successful for businessmen and businesswomen from Afghanistan and from India. Right now we are believing that if Afghanistan are importing a lot of machinery from India, and Afghanistan importing a lot of stuff from India, if India can buy our products as well and promote our products in India, it will be great effect on our economy.
India will also host a conference later this year, which will involve a number of countries for discussion on economic integration and cooperation. Afghanistan will also participate to boost its trade ties with India and other participating countries.
India's use of soft power in Afghanistan brings over $10 billion as investment in sectors like infrastructure, agriculture and mining. The bilateral trade between the two countries stood at around $700 million. To know more on this, we spoke to Shahida Muhammad Abdali, the Afghan ambassador to India.
With the signing of the trilateral transit trade agreement between Afghanistan, India and Iran on Chabahar port is a huge milestone that we just achieved, and as Prime Minister Modi has termed it, is a game changer for the region. And of course, this agreement on Chabahar will go a long way in terms of strengthening the bilateral trade relation between our two countries and involving other countries, including Iran and rest of the region. And of course, that Chabahar port is going to be connecting South Asia and Central Asia, and Afghanistan is going to play the pivotal role, its traditional role that it used to play in the region to connect regions in South Asia and Central Asia. So we're looking forward to more investment on the Chabahar port. We're happy that India has already committed around $200 million to invest in the Chabahar port, and we hope that we'll be able to bring in other investments from the region and beyond to make the Chabahar agreement, especially realized in a manner that we have more investments from within and outside the region. And of course, India can always play an important role to help Afghanistan facilitate more trade relations at the bilateral and regional level. You see, Afghanistan has always been important in the region and should be important to all of us, including India. India's Central Asia Connect policy has been there for a long time. Of course, the peace and stability in Afghanistan and trade relations with Afghanistan is going to go a long way, not only in strengthening the two countries' relations, but also help major plans and policies of India as well, especially the Central Asia Connect policy. And Afghanistan is going to be a crucial player in connecting India to the Central Asian states. And I'm very optimistic that with the latest achievements and the milestones that included Chabahar Port Agreement and many other initiatives such as the Silk Road Initiative and the Tapi gas pipeline project that was recently inaugurated, we are optimistic that we together, especially India and Afghanistan, to join hands and make Afghanistan the bridge for economic cooperation, which of course will help the two countries and in addition countries around us.
Islamic State releases a video of an Afghan refugee who attacked train passengers in Germany early this month, vowing to carry out attacks. We have a report.
Holding a small knife in his hand, the 7-year-old Afghan refugee said he will use it to slaughter infidels and avenge the deaths of men, women and children in Muslim countries. The video was posted by Islamic State's news agency, Amaq, after he attacked passengers on a train in southern Germany on July 18. He severely injured 4 people before he was shot dead by police.
Es scheint wohl so zu sein, 17-jähriger Afghane. Wie lange er jetzt in Deutschland ist, das weiß ich nicht. Er ist bei einer Pflegefamilie, man hat Kontakt zur Pflegefamilie aufgenommen und ist jetzt dort einfach einmal unterwegs und guckt, ob man Motive findet, ob man irgendwelche Anhaltspunkte in den Räumlichkeiten bei der Familie und so weiter findet. Also auch hier wäre es jetzt einfach unseriös, schon bestimmte Richtungen auszusprechen.
The attacker entered Germany last summer along with other migrants. The attack has raised questions about Chancellor Angela Merkel's open-door refugee policy. German Interior Minister Thomas de Maizière said the country faced attacks by Islamist lone wolves similar to that carried out by an Afghan refugee.
Aber auch hier gilt, wir haben ja mehrfach darauf hingewiesen, dass es unter den Flüchtlingen, die zu uns gekommen sind, Hinweise gibt auf Bezüge zum internationalen Terrorismus. In den allermeisten Fällen haben sich diese Hinweise als falsch herausgestellt. Es gibt aber Hinweise, die auch noch überprüft werden. Deswegen kann man nicht sagen, es gibt zwischen den Flüchtlingen und Terrorismus keinen Zusammenhang. Aber die Gefahr war vorher hoch. Ich habe die Beispiele genannt. Und sie ist hoch und sie bleibt hoch, auch unabhängig von der Frage der Flüchtlinge.
Unlike neighbors France and Belgium, Germany has not been the victim of a major attack by Islamic militants in recent years, although security officials say they have thwarted a large number of plots. Germany welcomed roughly 1 million migrants in 2015, including thousands of unaccompanied minors. Many were fleeing war in countries like Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan.
Now we meet a group of art students from Kabul who are doing their best to bring hope among citizens by painting on government-built protective walls. Take a look.
These grey walls, standing tall along major roads in Kabul, resemble a city within a city. They were built by the Afghan government, foreign institutions and senior political figures to fend against suicide bombings that frequently disturb the city. Omaid, a young artist who has been working with an NGO to fight human rights violations and corruption for the last 12 years, picked up his paintbrushes to make a difference. Omaid and other budding artists of Arts Lord Group have started to paint these walls after waiting for several months to attain permission from the authorities. The first painting was a success.
So the first painting was about a pair of eyes, and the message was that I see you. It means I see you, corruption is not heading from God and people's gaze. We know that you're doing all the injustices, you are corrupt. We will do something about this. We will raise awareness, we will come to you, we will take you to justice.
The paintings have received great feedback from locals and have become a trademark for Art Lords Group. The art forms reach out to the people of Kabul who have reeled under corruption for long. Omaid says his upcoming paintings will focus on refugees, women and children's education.
I really want to bring these people out here to remind them that we had great statesmen. They don't have to follow the warlords and the drug lords and the people with the guns. So these are the people you have to be your role models.
The paintings have drawn the attention of many people.
ما خوشبین هستیم به عکسایی که از شخصیت‌های بزرگ مثل قاضی صاحب امان الله خان در دیواران نصب میشن و در بخش عکسایی که در فساد است ما در عمل باید ببینیم.
These young artists are trying to give a ray of hope to the people of Kabul with their paint brushes.
With that, we come to the end of this week's episode of Afghanistan Report. I'm Swati Kundra taking your leave. We'll be back next week with more news and views from Afghanistan. Goodbye and Khuda Hafiz.